Hop, and a very vivacious welcome to all you veg heads. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is our 4th episode coming to you from Triggy Tailors, and I'll be your host, JG, and today we'll be talking about Quorn Mince, another meat-free product. Meat-free, I don't know why I did air quotes. It is meat-free. I mean, that's the point. We are talking vegan. And I always speak about the vegan revolution. It continues here, it continues today. We will be covering another lazy man's recipe, one of my favorites. Easy to make, pretty tasty in the end. Cook once a week, makes life easy. And stick around, because at the end we're going to get into a really serious matter. We're going to be talking about farts. I know that sounds terrible, but we're talking about the effect that I think all vegans and vegetarians become aware of very quickly, and I suppose so do their friends. Yeah, it causes a little gas. So after the recipe, we're going to give you a bit of a rating. So if you find a fart funny, stick around, we've got something for you. I just want to remind you all that I am not a medical professional. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a pharmacist, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm just a regular Joe So. So these are opinions, my opinions. They don't mean anything on a medical front, so if you're unsure, you want to know more, go and speak to your doctor, go and speak to your pharmacist. Do your own research. Don't be lazy, man. Do your work. I did mine.
We all care about climate change, and they love my spag bowl. So just making it with Quorn Mince is a step in the right direction. It helps reduce our carbon footprint, but doesn't reduce the taste.
If you care about climate change, take a step in the right direction with Quorn Mince.
So as I said, today, Quorn Mince. That's the hot topic of the day. Here we have a packet. What does it look like? Well, I've got my own little package here, and as you can see, it ain't pretty. It's okay. But it's sturdy. I mean, that's the point. Anything I throw in the freezer, I want it to stay packaged. I don't want it to break up. So it does what it's supposed to. I suppose this is not a high-tech item where you want a pretty box or a pretty unboxing experience. It's a bag of mince. It's no big deal. So it does what it says. So tough, does the job. You need a knife to open it. Who cares? Pack sizes. It comes in 3 different pack sizes. There is the 350 gram pack, smaller one. That is chilled, it's not frozen. Now, I go for the frozen. The frozen comes in a 300 gram and a 500 gram. This baby that I've used today is a 500 gram. It always works out quite a bit cheaper. Availability, as I've mentioned before, Quorn is available in 14 countries. I know if you travel throughout the UK, I've never had a problem sourcing this stuff, so really, really easy to get your hands on. Pricing, let's have a look at pricing, that always matters. At Iceland, the 500 gram, this same pack that I've got here, 500 grams. It's £2.85 for a 500 gram, which is £5.70 per kilo. Mince, real mince, beef mince, this is lean mince, that's £2 for 500 grams. Or $4.44 a kilo. So we got £1.36 saving on real mince. To me, that's not a big deal. You're still going to add your veg and you're still going to add your pasta. There's more than enough. So it's not just the mince. It's good value as far as I'm concerned. Tesco is the same 500 gram pack. It's £3. So only 15p more pricey than Iceland. £6 a kilo. And the Tesco's mince, that worked out quite pricey, but it was a Angus beef mince. That was $3.50 for a 500 gram, £7 a kilo. So £1 a kilo more for the Angus beef. So I mean, I don't know if it's fair to compare it to Angus beef. Probably not, because anybody who's tasted Angus beef, it's pretty solid beef. It's good beef. It's tasty beef, and I don't know, it's up to you. Whatever you eat is what you need to compare it to. Okay, let's get on to the nitty-gritty, the important stuff, nutritional information. I mean, this is important, especially for all you sportsmen out there. Are you going to get buff eating this stuff? Look at me, I can make poems. Alright, protein. per 100 grams, we got 14.5 grams, which is pretty damn decent in my opinion, which equates to about 25.89% required of a 70 kilo person. That's based on 0.8 grams required per kilo of body weight. Now, I'm sure all the athletes and whatnot out there are saying too low. Definitely, if you're an athlete. Regular guy, it's actually a pretty decent weight. Carbs, based on a requirement of, the ceiling says 325 grams a day. This is only 4.5 grams, 1.38% of daily requirement. Now, anybody like me getting on in the years, you want to drop a few kilos, you want to drop a few carbs. So I'm fairly happy with it. Calories, 2000 kcal or 2000 calories required. That's for the average woman to maintain her body weight. This is 105 kcal, so it's a decent amount of calories. Again, you're not just eating mince, you're eating pasta, you're eating veg. That's the way I'm doing it. We'll talk about taste later. Salt, this is what I like. I'm a guy with a blood pressure issue, which is why I've made the change. 0.3 grams of salt per 100 grams. I think that's bloody fantastic. I'm very impressed with that. Carbon footprint, something I touched on last week. I don't fully understand the science behind it, but this carbon footprint was about a little more than a third of the Quorn sausages that I did in my last review. It's 1.3 kilos CO2e. Again, I'm not going to get into that again. It's definitely over my head and above my pay grade. But I'm fairly impressed so far. Storage, straightforward. Stores chilled if you get the small pack. The other one frozen. Stores easy, stores neat. Cooking time. This is one thing I really love about this product. 10 minutes, bang, done. So as long as your pasta generally takes, so does your mince. Obviously, you got your prep before you whack your mince in the pan, at least I do. But I mean, 10 minutes and you got yourself a meal for the week. Like I said, I've got the Lazy Man's recipe coming up. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. 10 minutes is a breeze. Who hasn't got 10 minutes to spare for a quick cook? Taste test for the Quorn mince. Well, now, if you remember the sausage review, I said awesome. I mean, it compared to its brothers out there. I got to stop with the air quotes. It irritates the hell out of me. Anyway, does this taste like mince? Not really. Honestly, not really. If I take a bit of mince, cook it on its own, and a little bit of this Quorn mince and cook it on its own, it's not the same thing. The Quorn mince, kind of floury, similar floury texture, very bland if cooked on its own, but naturally it depends on how you cook it. I mean, if you're just going to heat up this mince, and you can actually microwave this if you like. So if you're just going to heat it up and eat it like that, you're not going to be happy with the results. At least I know I wasn't. But when I add my onion and my herbs and my spices and so forth, I end up with quite a different flavor experience. Still not mince, but I create kind of the taste that I expect from, let's say, a bolognese. There, I did it again. Alright, time for a rating. Let's call on Max Power. Power to the potato. Alright, Max, what do you think? This was a tricky one to rate. I have to give it two different ratings. If I'm going to give this product a rating just on its own, taste-wise, prep time, all that sort of stuff, you know, it's a quick prep. This I loved. It looks okay, cooked in a sauce, but not so much. It's got a dull sort of look to it. So, without any additives, I'm going to have to give this about a 2.5. 2.5 potatoes, 2.5 maxes. After adding all the bits and pieces that I like, I'm going to give it a 4. So to be fair, if I'm rating the product, we're going to have to call this one a 2.5. time for our lazy man's recipe of the day. This is mince and veg bolognese. Very, very simple. Prep time around about 30 minutes, depending on how quick you are with the knife, etc. What do we need? 500 grams corn mince. Alright, 500 grams as the whole wheat fusilli, which is that little screwy short pasta. I like it because it's easy to mix. 2 large onions, about 750 grams frozen veg florets, about 250 grams frozen peas, 1 tin of white kidney beans, 1 tin of red kidney beans. You can change that to whatever you like. I do it for the extra protein. About 500 grams of, not about, exactly 500 grams of spicy tomato pasta sauce, which is what I use. You get various sauces. I've tried a few. They all come up pretty good. Herbs and spices to taste, bit of soy sauce, bit of chili sauce, a little bit of sugar for a little bit of extra pizzazz. Very, very simple. Veg, whack them all into little tubs, microwavable, in the micro for about 15 to 20 minutes till soft. Simple as that. Onions, slice or dice, up to you, in the pan with a bit of olive oil, get them sweating, add your mince, add some stock, your pasta sauce, a little bit of hot water, your herbs and spices to taste again, and get that all bubbling lightly. Let it simmer for about 10 minutes, and when it gets to that point, then I whack in my 2 tins of beans, mix it all in nicely, and about another 2 minutes. I don't want to leave it too long because I don't want the beans to turn into mush. That's it, man. So basically, while this is all happening, I've got the pasta on the boil as well. So roughly when the pasta is ready, so is the mince. 10 minutes down the line, okay, if you add in your chop and prep and all that jazz, let's say 30 minutes, because you had your veg in for 15 before, let's say 30 minutes down the line. I've got everything ready. I whack it into my big bowl, my trusty old bowl, mix it all up, serve while hot. Quick and easy, wrap it with cling film, bang it in the fridge, keeps for the week. Piece of cake. Alright, what does that recipe taste like? It's got a great aroma, really, really nice smell, but I can't stress enough, it depends on what you put in it. You put nothing in, you get nothing out. Simple as that, same as everything in life. The flavor is good. That mince, like I said before, it's not a firm, meaty mince, but it tastes like it should. I've got this sort of bolognese thing going on, so I'm pretty happy with it. It's a good eat. I definitely recommend this recipe for ease, for flavor, and for the vegan. Okay, on to farts. I don't want to be too crass. Anybody who's given the vegetarian lifestyle or the vegan lifestyle a go knows that gas is an issue. It bloats you, this stuff does. Last week's lazy man recipe, wow, explosive, nothing less than explosive. This one, I'm not going to say it's atomic, but if you've got any hair, it'll definitely blow it back. Yeah, so it packs a little punch. If you're going to eat this and go to work, you're going to take a few minutes just to go and exhale. So yeah, a little bit of a wind factor there, not atomic, but a decent gust of gusto, so beware. Alright everybody, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's show. I hope it was informative. Quorn mince, pretty good product, not the best in the world, but I use it, I like it, I'm going to keep using it. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, post your comments below. Please keep them clean, guys. I can take a knock, but there are others reading, so please subscribe. And my thought as always for the day: eat to live or live to eat. Choice is yours.